so I joined as a nipper and came all the way through racing, and I just loved having Dad as a coach, so it was really good.
And so what was it like coming down with Scotty as the old man?
Well, it's pretty good, yeah, I just loved coming down every afternoon after school and training and racing, and got part of all my friends around here. It's really nice.
George, what about you? What about your early memories?
Well, I was with Soph and I joined at the same time, so I think I was just like the little nipper running around following after her, and Dad was down here coaching all the older boys, so it was all fun and we were all playing. I think it was just starting off playing in the sand and playing in the water, and then as we progressed and got older, we started to paddle and started to train. It was good, it was really fun, like Sophie said, with all our friends are down here, and we had all the older guys to look up to and muck around with, so it was really good.
And?
Yeah, same as me, I guess, was following in these girls' footsteps as well. I guess just having Dad there as well was kind of nice. Just there's never any pressure to do anything, so all of us would just go out there and honestly just do it because of the love for it. So
What's it like going home having Scotty as your old man after a training session?
Oh,
Does it ever stop? Does it ever get the conversation ever get off the surfboard?
no, it doesn't. As soon as he's home running programs and always keeping up to date with keeping up those weekly programs, setting out motivational little
But
speeches.
we'd always laugh and say he doesn't even give us anything at training. Like, we'd be like, how are we going, Dad? How are we going? And he's like, yeah, good. And then he's like, come on, everyone else. And we'd be like, you're meant to be the coach. Like, give us something.
Yeah.
What's that like, Scotty?
I didn't want to be seen that I was just favouring my own children, so it was a hard place to be in because I was there coaching like the whole club, but obviously my daughters, which was an awesome feeling and an awesome experience to have them in the squad as well and coaching them. But there was one part of me that said, I can't be too dominant on looking after them and praising them, so I was sort of, it actually then reversed, and I was doing less with them and doing more with the others.
Like, tell me that was a good paddle. Don't tell them. Tell me.
Exactly.
He copped it.
But they'd be the first to pipe up too if I said, well, this is what we're doing this afternoon. Oh, do we have to do that now?
True.
And like I'd be looking at them like, what? Don't say that in front of everyone else.
But you touched on it there. It must be a hidden pride to think, wow, it's define your life or our lives, and then to have your offspring also involved and heavily involved and love it as well.
Absolutely, 100%. And for me, the surf club gave me an outlet from life, sort of thing. I could have gone easily down the wrong path, but being involved with the surf club, it set me on track and it gave me a purpose and a desire and a motivation. And I just knew I wanted that for the girls, that they'd have that passion and that desire, and serving the community as well. I mean, what a great thing to do, to be able to serve the community from the fitness and skills that we gather through training and racing and competing to then save someone's life one day.
Yeah. Back to Sophie. Sophie, I spoke to Jess and she had some great memories of you guys. What's she like as a person and a competitor?
She's amazing. Like, we missed her, obviously she moved over to Hawaii, but it was great growing up. Like, she's a bit younger than me, she always pushed me to go my hardest. I had my best friend Lulu, who's a bit older than me, so I was trying to chase after her, Jess was trying to chase after me, so it was a nice little, having all the girls around, like, it was really good.
And I've spoken to some of the other girls here this afternoon, and I've forgotten about it, how female members, particularly in the last 10 to 15 odd years, have become heavily involved in March Past and made that a really special event here at North Bondi and rekindled an event which we were very good at back in the day. And you've been part of that.
I have. I've won a few Aussie gold medals with that, and so have the girls. So that was also really nice to be involved in, and just gave us another little bit of history in the club as well. So we're on the wall a couple of times, which is nice.
Yeah.
What's it like being part of the girls' March Past team? It's something new.
It's good. It is good. It is something new, and I think at first everyone was a little bit hesitant about it, but at the end of the day, we still we went to Aussie, still represented the club, and all the old guys, they honestly loved it. Like the amount of times they'd come up to us and be like, we're so proud of you. You don't know how historic this is. It's really beautiful to see like an all-female March Past team do it, and I think that kind of meant the most, especially to the older guys who really loved that and took a lot of pride in that. I think that stayed with us and made it really special.
I think as well it's nice that Grant McMahon's still involved. He's been doing it for ages, took over Warwick Morrison. All of us have won medals at Aussies, and even last year was the 100 years of March Past. So we didn't get to march at Aussies, but instead we marched in that purple, which was our original white, which is our original colour. So it's a shame we couldn't do it at Aussies, but it's still kind of nice to see that passion there, and to even be able to go back and wear our old club colours and stuff like that. It's really nice.
Let me ask each of you, what do you think growing up, as you having a surf, you've grown up in a surf club, is it a fair question to ask what life skills you develop in a surf club that now as young adults and adults you have in other walks of
appreciate doing like even just the whole first day like Bronte's course. Like it kind of comes down to, I'm doing nursing now, but even getting those like kind of really basic life skills that honestly when you kind of go to your other friends, they don't know kind of what the doctor's ABCD is, and if someone was to collapse, whereas we kind of in the surf club was just common sense to us and what to do. Even go down to the beach, simple things like first aid, someone coming out with cuts on them, like lost kid, anything like that. Like we just kind of know how to handle those situations and kind of be a bit calm and collected about it. So that's what I kind of take away.
Yeah, I guess I totally agree with what Emily's saying, but in terms of like confidence, like we were down here like so little and we were always around older people. And so for us, getting to know and having conversations with older people, so I'm doing primary school teaching now, and for me, that was a massive thing, being able to have a conversation with people and that confidence around the water, but, you know, people skills as well. That's a massive thing Dad taught us, you know, being polite. You learn so much about being around here and having conversations with people. So with that, and then I guess it's given us so much, like in terms of fitness, but also, you know, my job for 5 years was to manage the bar here. So for me, that's my life skills. It's something that I was able to get a job out of, learn more things in marketing and PR, which is a degree that I did. So yeah, it's more than just a surf club, and it's more than just, you know, the water aspect, which is amazing, and the skills, but, you know, you get given so much more here, which is amazing, yeah.
And what about you, sir? Is there something you've taken here that now you've